Okay, think we're good now. Sorry for that false start there. Eamon, thanks for the follow on Twitch. I do actually see it, so the Twitch chat is coming through. Hopefully people can hear me. Let me check, make sure my levels are all right. All right, good. And yesterday the kick chat should have come through as well, but for some reason Caster Labs wasn't picking it up, so sorry about that. But yeah, so the chat I have displayed on my screen should pick up YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Kick. I haven't live streamed TikTok yet. I don't know if my internet, my system can handle live streaming to more than 4 platforms. So I don't know. I'm debating whether or not I want to try it again. Boo. Let me see here. YouTube's not picking up the stream. Let me close Caster Labs and reopen it again. We can develop this AI technology that basically does all this stuff for us, but can't make live streaming, multi-streaming simple. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to view my stream from YouTube on my phone. Just to make sure it's picking up okay. Okay, it says connected to YouTube chat successfully. I will test. Okay, looks like it's showing up now. My bird clock. All right, cool. Yeah, I see it. All right, now I have to repost my stream. Let me see here. Oh, did X not shut it down? It's still going? I hope it did. That'd be really cool if X did that for me. I think we're good. Turn on my volume a bit. All right. Sorry, I just want to make sure everything's set before we go. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think... Is the current live stream? Yeah, okay, it is. Good. All right. I think we're ready to go now. Yeah, I'm gonna test another live stream. A new what do I call it? A new multi-stream. Maybe if I can get I want to get the vertical format going so I can get the people who are doom scrolling late at night, early in the morning. Apparently, you can do that with Instagram as well, but we'll see. I don't think my computer can handle it. My internet can. It's just the encoder gets overloaded pretty quickly on OBS. So we'll see. Oh man, I can't wait to watch that. Volume's okay? Yeah, Eamon, I watched that video you sent me on difficulty, and I absolutely loved it. It was like something I was trying to put to words for a while, but couldn't quite do that as eloquently. But I'll talk about that in a second. I want to see what's going on here.
I've been busy too. Check it out. I patched this hollow table directly into the Leborn terminal. Ow! That is a feature. Anyway, I'm on the hunt for Leborn tech. You find anything useful? Bring it back here so I can take a look. How's the Viola handle? I bet it's got way more power than a Federation bike.
Okay. Guess like I don't have any Leborn tech. Okay. Let's take a look at the map. All right, let's go back to the desert. And once we get to that really long loading time, we'll...
Let me ride on the back of the Viola sometime.
I saw that I made a comment just showing my kind of appreciation, but I didn't see... I didn't have time to look at all the different comments. But if you want to post some of them here and talk about it, I'd be totally down for that, because it is an interesting debate, especially with more and more talk on accessibility. Because I mean the debates I've gotten into when it comes to difficulty and accessibility online. Morning, Tim. It's like the accessibility. I follow a few people who post and work in the video game accessibility subsection of the internet, or actually it's what they do for their job as, you know, a part of the game company. And you know, their main focus are those who like actually need it. Like if you're colorblind, or if you have hearing problems, or you're disabled in some way, or can't hold your control, like there's actual, you know, real world things that can happen that make it so you need accessibility. But my feeling is that they take it a little too far, and that it becomes too accessible, and those who don't actually need it don't will take advantage of it, and they will miss out on an experience that otherwise would be beneficial to them. Was it his response to me or someone else? Because I saw someone else at another top comment, like, say something. I don't know what the latency is, so... His response to the video. Okay, yeah. So his response, I get your point, and I always felt that we only needed one difficulty for Wicked. There's plenty of tools for almost anyone to conquer the game in normal mode, but now think about people with disabilities, people that just don't have the same reaction time the majority of players have. We receive plenty of messages from players like that for whom Wicked would be their dream game, but even everything you said, they just couldn't get through it simply because not physically able to. Should we ignore those people and completely just tell them to go play Diablo? Most people should not play in easy mode, but if you just can't progress at all, it's an option now. Yeah, so that's the idea. Now, my response would be to that question, or to that response, would be like, again, I've said before, I was a teacher for 11 years, and something that they teach you in when you're training to be a teacher is something called scaffolding. And it's basically, you need to know the abilities of your students. You need to know if any students need any type of like assistance, either for any kind of disability, but also for ability level, which is really hard to judge. But what they tell you to do is they tell you to do backwards design. So not just with like where you want them to end up at the end, but also you design your lesson for the highest level student. So you make the lesson for the students who like your what you think is your standard student, and then you work back from there, and then you scaffold it. Now the key here though is that you as the teacher have to determine which students get which difficulty of the lesson, which is a lot of work. You don't let the students decide that, because if every student decided which lesson they were going to get, they would choose the easiest one. So that's the big difference here. Games are for entertainment, and you have to willingly engage with them. But you as the developer, no, it's an interesting debate on what is the role of the developer in determining the difficulty. Does the developer have that role of saying like, okay, I'm gonna design this game for the base level, the standard player, and then force them to play it? And I think what the video was getting at was that just the mere existence of ease of access to lowering difficulty causes students or players to just go about it easy rather than have a rewarding experience where they actually overcome and grow, which is what I've been trying to put into words for a while, if that makes any sense. Like many things in game design, it's all about balance. And even someone who's disabled, you could, in a sense, design. I liked how he put it, like when you. Sorry, I'm gonna pause my thought for a second. The elasticity impacts and stops standard firearms. Highly flammable. Okay, we need fire. Yeah, I forget how he put it in the video, but he did say like, it's a difference between designing your game system so that if your player's struggling, they can work within the system to overcome and grow it, either by skill or by bonuses or by things like that, versus getting around it by using settings. He put it much more eloquently, but I'm gonna watch the video again actually, because I really liked it. All right, Eamon, your response. Let's see. Personally, I think games like No Rest for the Wicked should have 3 difficulties. 1, 2, Steel Soul, no revives. 3, custom sliders, specifically reduced grind for things like crafting. Mats, XP gain, build timers, etc. At the end of the day, though, it really depends on the game itself. For instance, Pal World has one of the best systems out there. It allows you to edit the world's stats. XP gain, egg timers spawn, but it's also an open world game that's designed for communities to play together, streamers, much like D&D. And set you the rules plays by them. It also helps the players that simply don't have insane amount of time to grind things out. Yeah, I hear you. It depends on the game. It depends on the type of game you want, and the type of experience you want to give the player. Like, again, as a teacher, to carry on the teacher analogy, if I'm designing a lesson that that is meant to be fun and just engage with the kids and not meant to be challenging, then I can do that. And there is some reward to that. It's not going to help. It's not going to help them grow very much, but you know, it'll be fun. Versus something like Silk Song, like I've mentioned before, like their mentality was what the video was talking about. It was basically like, if you get stuck, go and explore, because you're going to find things to help you within the system to make the fights easier. You'll practice and grow. And does that exclude a lot of players who reach the skill cap? Maybe, but probably less than you think. I think more players can succeed in difficult games than they think they can. And they're only going to figure that out if they don't immediately switch the difficulty to easy at the first sign of trouble. It's kind of like a cyclical thing that I think is going on, where games are becoming more quote unquote accessible in the broader sense. And that's causing players to just, as soon as they run into problems, they just switch to easy mode, which is training players to make everything easy or expect ease. And so then they use it again, and it's like a feedback loop. No, I've not seen your 3D tutorials, but I am interested. And also, difficulty needs to be more than just increasing damage of enemies and increasing their health. Like, that's another point too. There's a right way and a wrong way to do difficulty. And sadly, the Metroid series is just known for only doing the base level. I broke them down into two categories: tooltip, short video around 2 to 5 minutes, directed, heavily scripted and refined down. Oops. Hang on, I'm gonna pay attention for a second. Looks like I can't go over there. What's this? Pedestrian door for vehicle gate. Psychic boost ball. So my cat just started meowing out the door. I'm wondering if my mic is picking that up. So if you hear a cat meowing, it's the cat. If you hear a bird calling, it's my clock. Yeah, that's cool, Eamon. I'll definitely check out those tutorial videos. I haven't really dove into 3D artistry myself. Maybe someday. I don't know. There's too much I want to learn. Yeah, do that. That's what it's for. I saw your suggestions into creating like a resources tab, and I do want to do that. I think that would be really cool. I want the Discord community to be a place where, you know, people can discuss the current game I'm playing or games I'm playing, but also share resources on game design or just game design discussion. Maybe even have like a tab for like hard skills, like pixel art or 3D design or programming, and then another one for not soft skills but just like game design philosophy, like like the difficulty discussion that we just had. It's Ultroid. Good to see you, man. Thoughts on Prime 4 so far? Well, I'm having fun. I think overall, so far, it's a good game. I think I don't know. It is a combination of Metroid Prime play and 3D Zelda play. And I'm not sure yet if that's a good thing or if they're actually pulling it off well. I have to play some more to come to that conclusion. But I do think it is a combination of the two. It is something. There you go. There's some things about it I really, really like. I love the enemy design, both the way they look and the way they move and how they attack. I'll bring it up again, but if anybody caught it when I was fighting those grievers, like, it swiped away a missile I shot at it. That was really cool. Look at this guy. Doesn't he look crawly? Little crawly guy? Oh, sorry, guy. Oh, man. We're gonna need fire. But even on the Switch 1, the game looks beautiful. There's long loading times, but you know, it is what it is. That was a good puzzle. There's some boxes. Move the boxes. Also, the game oscillates between not holding your hand at all, which I love, and holding your hand too much, which I hate. So, definitely some love-hate stuff going on there, but overall, it's I'm enjoying myself type of experience. Rear sensor, okay. Cool. Airtight container installed with independent cooling systems preserving organisms at extremely low temperature. Ice circuitry exposed. Used for heavy-duty loading. Its claw attachment grabs and moves cargo. Okay. What was the point of me breaking that glass? Got the bomb slot. Okay, I think we might need to come back. This might be a barrier that we need the fire for. So, let me just take a quick look here. Yeah, we'll probably need whatever fire beam is on the other side of the map. Oh, thanks, man. I'll have to watch the replay. Last 2 days, whether I'm watching live or not, depends on how well I'm sleeping through the night. Can't sleep today. Well, I'm glad I can be here for you when you can't sleep. Hope it's entertaining enough. I wonder if there's like an option where on a live stream you could have control of like the two audio channels. Like one is what I'm saying and the other's the game feed. And then you could have the option to like mute me or turn me up or turn me down. Because then, because some YouTube channels, they do like the let's play no commentary, so you can just watch the game and enjoy the game. I think that'd be, I don't know, maybe Tim can speak to that. He's the sound guy. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I said it before. That's one of my goals is to do what I can to improve online discourse of video games in my own humble, small way. Okay. The Griever's gonna come back. Alright. Let's ride. You guys ever watch that show Biker Mice from Mars? that old 90s cartoon, early 2000 cartoon. I never got into it. I think my mom didn't like it for some reason because it looked weird. But I don't know. I've been thinking more about it as I'm playing this game. Hard to do that live, but you might be able to do it in post-production. Yeah, probably. I can't imagine what you'd have to do live to make it so that the viewer has control over their own personal audio channels. I should probably go back to that thing and put more green crystals in it. This feels like collecting that. I don't know what it's going to give me, but I'm getting the sense that it's going to be kind of like the collecting bananas in Donkey Kong 64, where you just need to collect them in order to progress. What was that? Jeez. Oops. There's something there. Let's explore. Who's shooting me? Oh, I wish this is how I could take out bees around my house. Shooting rocket launchers at them. Something... Oh, there's something invisible shooting me. That's nifty. Heavyweight golem. Okay, so we're going to put together that golem. And it's going to be awesome. Oh, no, wait. It's that thing rolling around. Cool. I've never seen an enemy kill himself like that. That enemy was way too enthusiastic about taking you out. You know, go big or go home, I guess. Well, there he goes. Wow, jeez. I think I need a homing shot to take him down. Alright. Let's move along. Crystals. Ooh. Beggar's Canyon.
If you're unsure where to go, you can always explore the unsurveyed areas. Have you checked out the volcano?
Thank you, Miles. I prefer the... I do actually prefer the hint system from Prime 1, 2, and 3. Like, it would say, rather than an NPC telling you something, it would say, like, if you dilly-dallied too long, it would pop up and be like, say something like, unusual heat signatures detected in the mountain region or something like that, and it would use like language from the game or something that you'd expect out of Samus's equipment, rather than someone straight up telling you. I don't know. I think that would, I don't know. I thought that would be more immersive than having Miles come in and tell you where to go. Okay, magnet track. Alright. Can't go here yet. I don't want to fight it on the viola. Is it a special enemy? Do I get something for it? Or is it just there? I'll go back to it later. Oh, there he is. There we go. Up. Looks dead now. Did Nintendo, like, if you buy a DLC, you can get music to play during this time? Is that it? Is that what happened with that little controversy? Man, Breath of the Wild really did nail the wandering. I'm just, like, thinking about... I'm like, man, this is a great game. I wish I was playing Breath of the Wild. No, that's not it. But they really did nail the music for walking around and exploring. It's like subtle, it's atmospheric, all that fun stuff. There are way too many bees on this planet. Okay. I really like the Griever enemy, because like, you have to make sure to try to hit it just before it does something. Otherwise, it just swipes away your missile or dodges your attack. For most enemies, there's a little bit... I say most, because not all the enemies in this game, but I feel like most of the enemies in this game, including the bosses, there's a little bit of thought you need to put in, other than just freaking out and spamming the fire button. Okay, can't go there yet. So we're not like in a true open world type. There is a progression that they seem to want me to take. Like I can't go. He did say I could go to whichever one I wanted, but maybe I'm just not playing right. Okay, that's where they want me to go. The map is pretty big, I'll give it that, and I'm excited to explore it. Now they just show up sometime. Apparently the creator of Metroid Prime is the reason we have sidekicks in Prime 4. He wanted to expand on the impact of the Galactic Federation. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, the game has immersion issues. Maybe it's not a big deal if you start the Prime games on Prime 4, but if you played the first 3, then this spoon-fed info is very jarring at the least. He's also the one who wrote all the scan data descriptions in Prime 4 instead of the guys. Oh. They're maintenance tank like the ones you fought. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, if there's new direction, then the game is going to feel very different. Which, some guy, some user, he commented on one of my shorts on... I might just read it on stream because I think it's a good comment, and he disagreed with me, but he was respectful, so I'll give him that. But once we get a loading zone, I'll pull it up because I think it's an interesting point on like where the series should go. Like if they make the game, if they're going to continue the series, should it evolve, and should it be changed in certain ways? And they did say that they wanted this game to be not just appeal to a wider audience, but like you wouldn't have to play the other Metroid Prime games in order to engage with it. Transporter durable densium. Yeah, I am seeing more of that now. Where people are complaining about how the new guy came in and changed things. I haven't looked at the list of people who worked on this game, and I don't know how many people from the original Prime trilogy worked on it, and where new people fall into it, so I should probably look that up before I start running my mouth. Okay. The completionist in me wants to like zigzag through this whole thing. And I probably will. Maybe not on stream. Because I don't know how exciting that would be. So as long as we have stuff to talk about. Alright. Is this it? Let's see. No. Ooh, it's a secret. This is just like finding a hole in the middle of Hyrule Field. And going down into the little Deku area. And finding a chest with 5 rupees in it. And maybe a gold Skulltula. Green energy crystal, crystalline. Oh, okay. Oops. Oh, it's like a crystal deposit. It's kind of nice. So I will say this. If the only purpose of these crystals is that little egg thing, I question their design. Like, hang on, let me just get this. I don't know. I have to play it a bit more, but I'm not going to say anything too final, but well, I mean, I guess if it's getting you to explore, it's getting if they wanted it to be like, okay, we want the player to be able to explore, so we need another collectible. How can we do that? Okay, well, let's add the green crystals. Well, what do the green crystals do? Well, the green crystals open the big egg thing, which can get you something else. It's, you know, it's very much feels a lot like the secret seashells in Link's Awakening, or the gold skulltulas, or something that kind of gets you out there and motivates you to move. But there's a ton of them. This is not something you'd see. Usually the upgrades themselves in Metroid games would be enough to motivate you to explore. Because the world is smaller and more cramped, it's like if you explore, you're going to come across a collectible. But this kind of makes me feel like, because of the scope of the world and the bike, they're like, we want them to go across the desert. Let's put this collectible here. And I'm not sure if... I mean, it works. It gets you to explore, but how long can something like that hold a player's interest? Especially once you've, you know, collected everything. I don't know. Just kind of musing here. Like, for Breath of the Wild, it was Korok seeds and shrines. That was your motivation to explore, but the landscape itself was also had some great motivation to explore. Like, even once I got all the shrines, I wanted to keep moving and exploring. Oh, I don't have the right ball. Metroid Prime 4, hey Zelda, can I borrow this? And Zelda, no, get your own. We need to pad down the playtime. The game is too short. Oh, I know. Let's put in an open world and then scatter the endgame collectibles to justify it. I never collected all the seeds or completed the shrines, mostly just because rewards were straight up insulting. The reward at the end of Breath of the Wild I thought was nice. They give you the original tunic. I don't know. That's the thing though. Like, Breath of the Wild, you play it, and you get 40 hours in. By that point, you should be able to beat the game and be fairly satisfied with your experience. And then that's it. And I think Nintendo knew that. They made a DLC that was a bit larger, but then they moved on to something else. And like that's fine. Like, a game shouldn't last forever. And I think they just put in enough collectibles to be like, to motivate you for a little while, but then, you know, that's enough. I do really like Breath of the Wild. I think I did do understand a lot of the criticism it gets, but I also think it is it's a great game. But we can talk about that later. Honestly, I would have decreased missile expansions to increments of 3 instead of 5, and obviously to that with some items too, and spread them over the map. That's enough for me. Oh, you've never watched Sub 5 speedrun? Oh, oh, I've watched those speedruns. Yeah, that's a good point, Eamon. They could have decreased. They could have spread the missile expansions over the map and just gone about it a different way. But again, no spoilers, please. I don't know what the purpose of those green crystals is yet, other than to open that egg. Hang on, I'm gonna pull up this comment from a user because I think it's really interesting. Do. And it was related to what we were just talking about. Where is it? Okay. So he says, my problem with all of you guys, so this is in response to how should Metroid lore be developed and like developing the Federation. He says, my problem with all you guys saying that this is that they have done many Metroid games like traditional Metroid games. Where do you take the games to? I will love another Metroid Prime 1 game or Super Metroid, but what about lore? Right now, the story is done. I don't know how they're going to make the story end. The story after Dread. Where does it go? The only thing to explore is the character, Federation, and the Chozo. That's it. There's no more. Who is the leader of the space pirates? If Samus killed Ridley 2 or 3 times, the game needs to expand its universe, or we are just going to be locked out in playing the remake of the remake of the remake of that remake. So I do see where he's going, and I do like how he distinguished between gameplay and lore. Now my initial reaction to this is there doesn't need to be endless Metroid games, and I know that it pains me to say that, but if the series goes on, it will inevitably change for good ways and bad ways. But you also run into the whole, like, in anime it's power creep. In syndicated shows where there's hundreds and hundreds of episodes, it's like they run out of ideas and eventually they jump the shark. If you don't know that phrase, go look it up. It's from it's from Happy Days. It's a well-loved show, and then one of the main characters, he's like a daredevil, and in one episode he decides, I'm gonna ride a jet ski and jump over a shark, and that's when the show went really downhill. So it's the whole, like, Batman Dark Knight thing. You either die a hero or live yourself long enough to become the villain. Like, you either go out a good game like Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, or you eventually become a bad game. My other response is that there's a way to develop lore that still makes things intriguing. Like, Tolkien was a master of this. Like, he's the master of filling out lore, but also the master of leaving some things mysterious. Like, he never really explains his magic system, and that kind of bothers people. He calls it magic, but also not magic. It's like woven into the fabric of the world or something like that. He doesn't explain where some enemies come from. He doesn't explain where Shelob or Ungoliant comes from. He just leaves it to, just like, he doesn't know, and that's it. Or he never explains Tom Bombadil, really. So there's ways to fill out lore and still make it intriguing. So that, I'm not saying it's bad to flush out the Federation, but there's a cost to it, and you have to do it well so that people are still intrigued with the universe. which is not easy, so I'm definitely not saying that. Silex, you son of a gun. I should have thrown in a quick time event just for nostalgia purposes. Oh, so so if I do this again, will it? Oh, I can't do it again. I thought he would just be there, just waiting for me. Oops. Oh no! Oh wow, that was. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, exactly. But learning how to explain things without taking away the magic is, I think, where Tolkien was pretty masterful. Can I go into the... let's see what happens. Oh, okay. Upgrade required to traverse lava. A rockfall has blocked the passage. Breeze made extremely durable cornicite. High-powered explosives will be required. Okay, I do not have high-powered explosives. Didn't I already scan this? The route will remain impossible until a new bridge deck is installed. What am I supposed to do here? Can't access that again. Is there another way to go back here? Oh. Yeah. Wow, look at that. A Cybot. I really like the hit effects in this game. The missiles, everything. I don't know why I'm like hitting each one of them once and then jumping to the next one. That was cool. Like, the missile hit him from the side, which propelled him to the side. I don't know. Probably a save station. And I think too, like in Prime 1, 2, and 3, You had like the Chozo lore and the space pirate logs and all that fun stuff to kind of have you discover what's going on. And I did like in Prime 3 where each planet had its own history and everything, and you could kind of discover how that civilization decayed, and it was like a story behind the main story. Like you were there to do stuff, but also you could learn about these other civilizations. And here they're doing that with the Lemorn, or the whatever they're called. But for some reason I feel like it's being overshadowed by other things in it, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm streaming and I'm trying to talk at the same time. And it's causing me to not get as immersed. But normally I'm like really into discovery of like how did this planet get this way? Why are the people like this? All that fun stuff. So I don't know if it's just me streaming and trying to talk at the same time and play, or if there's something the changes they made to make it more cinematic detract from that at all. Because again, the environment is gorgeous, and it does like evoke like mystery and stuff, but I found Prime 1, 2, and 3 lore to be a bit more intriguing for some reason. At least now. Ooh. Interact. A fire chip. That's cool. I almost wish I could retroactively ride the bike on Town 4 or Aether. I love those planets so much. You also... which you could explore more of, but it's probably best left that way. Yeah, I agree. Tim says, everyone knows it's better to have 3 things shooting at you for the whole fight rather than concentrate on one thing at a time. That's true. I gotta aggro all the enemies and then attack them rather than aggro just one. It's not just you. That's one of the core complaints about Prime 4, specifically centering around the creator of Prime being the one writing scans instead of those that were responsible for the magic. My youngest son did not like those enemies. Alright, so my flame chip, I was not paying attention when I got it, so now I have no idea how to utilize my flame chip. What did that do? What did that flame chip do? Did I get fire missiles? Is that what it did? Flare pool, arm cannon, fire chip. The fire chip was found inside the plasma torch of the flare pool. Its plasma heating is triggered by amplifying kinetic energy of electrons through the arc discharge. The Galactic Federation Engineer Level 4... Oh, okay. Gotta go to Miles. For the flame trip. Thanks, yeah. All roads lead to Miles. Man, I really wonder what like Retro Studios, when they released their trailer for it, and they're like, yeah, everyone's gonna love this character. It's a good thing that we programmed the game so that you have to go visit him all the time. And then everyone hated him. I really wonder what was going through their heads. Or if they knew, like, did someone say, hey, I think people are gonna hate this character? And they're just like, no. This is my game. They don't care. That must have been really scary. Oh no! Is the lava gonna chase me? Like in Aladdin for the Super Nintendo? Anybody remember that? I have so many thoughts on the lore in this cans, but I don't want to dabble in potential spoilers. So, okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope to be done with this by the end of the month. I feel like an hour and a half gameplay a day, or a little over an hour a day, should be enough to get it done. Unless I dilly-dally in the desert too long. A long loading time. Yeah. You see the there's this meme that these kids in like the early 90s opening their Christmas gifts and they're so excited and they opened up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES and the Legend of Zelda the Legend of Zelda 2 for the NES, and the quote was like, these two kids have no idea the hours and hours of frustration that is about to that's about to occur to them. So now what they should do, okay, bird o'clock. I kind of felt bad about killing those birds. What they should do, well, one, they should have made Miles more endearing, for one. And two, halfway through the game, just kill them off. Because then it will, like, if you felt like oppressed by the fact that he was always around you, then one, you'll no longer feel that oppression, but you might actually like miss it. It's like you're alone now. Like no one's helping you now. I don't ever want to compare him to Gandalf, but that was like the effect Gandalf had when he fell in Fellowship of the Ring. I remember as a kid reading that and being like, as a 13-year-old, and being like, oh my god, how are they gonna how are they ever gonna do this without Gandalf? The problem though is I can totally see myself doing this without Miles, so alright, we might have to get the fire chip and then call it a day, unfortunately. Man, something about hitting things with these missiles is just so satisfying. Right? I mean, am I the only one? Maybe what I'll do is I'll like just clip all the loading screens and put them together and just throw up a video of that while I'm starting the stream. So you guys will think that it's loading into something, but then it just keeps loading forever until I start the stream. The Lion King game was a trip back in the day. Yes, it was. One of the hardest games of all time. Remember I beat Aladdin the day we got it? Oh, yeah. But how many times did we play that game, Tim? How many times did we play it? When that's all you had, though, you still find a way to Battletoads is my favorite game. when I was 6 or 7. Really? Battletoads? If my child liked Battletoads, that specifically that Battletoads, I think he was some sort of what's that type of person who enjoys hurting themselves, who enjoys like doing painful things? A masochist. Yeah, Bethesda made Pal. I'll have to look at that one. Yeah, so many times. See, and that's the thing too. Kids these days have too many video games. Like, we only got new video games on Christmas and birthday. If we got them. And you're forced to just interact with the media that you do have over and over again, even if it's bad. And so you just grow to love those things. And you know, kids these days will, my son, I have to
Welcome back, Samus.
restrict the amount of games he has because he has too many to play. He just needs to focus on one or two. All right, Miles.
All right, what do you got? It looks like a circuit, and it seems like there's a chip inside. Okay, let me.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Really interesting.
The Ninja Gaiden Master Ninja is definitely a sort of masochist experience.
I see. This program converts the energy that the device emits into thermal energy and highly amplifies it. If I tweak it and integrate it into your arm cannon, you should be able to use another new shot type. Ta-da! Give her a try.
Fire shot. I feel like they could have come up with a cooler name for it, like incinerator beam or conflagration ray. I don't know. Fire shot seems kind of like Cybot. Like, I don't know. I just skipped over how to use it again, so
You can now use the fire shot.
thank you.
Projectiles with extremely high temperature. So I bet targets will burn or melt when they're shot. If you find anything else, bring it in to me. I'm dying to do more experiments.
I feel like that's how I talk to my 6-year-old and 4-year-old. Right? Like I don't want people to think I'm just jumping on the bandwagon of ragging on Miles or the writing of this game, but that's how I talk to my little kids when I want them to understand something. Wait, how do I use a fire shot? Am I not using it still? Press down and activate the fire shot, then press R to... R to fire. Oh, that's... I mean... Okay. Good things and bad things in this game come in pairs. Like, that's pretty cool. How I can... Fire. Regular. Fire. Regular. Like, that's really cool. Ah, man, this game is such a mixed bag for me. That's pretty sweet. Does it have a charge? Okay. He sounds like Steve from Blue's Clues. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, hang on. While I save, I'll catch up with these comments. It'd be interesting if there were different outcomes to the weapons made by Miles, specifically in the end result was the same, style was different, depending on if Miles or one of the other sidekicks made it, similar to how the gun crafted. Yeah, multiple outcomes would be cool. I feel like they could have come up with a better name for that. Literally everything in Prime 4. Yeah. I bet targets will burn or melt when you hit them with it. Exactly. But we got room on the wagon. Miles was a horrible choice for Prime. Join the dark side. Feel your anger. I'll just let it flow. I'll let the hate flow. um, oh man. Oh man, I really wish I had more time to play, but maybe we'll see. So okay. So yeah, Discord is up. Orders of business. Discord is up. I'm working on filling it out with fun things and fun areas where people can share stuff and talk about the game. Maybe like I'll have like a current game section or just other games. Maybe throw up polls for what to play next. I am interested in like Seeking the Sky was a like followed me all the way throughout Metroid Prime 2 and part of 3, but he didn't want to have spoilers for Prime 4, so I'm working on trying to figure out a way to switch up the schedule. Like if on the weekends I play something else other than Prime because I know people are busy and I may not be able to stream on the weekends too, but if I do, I could stream a different game or something. Anyway, I'd welcome feedback, or if people are around I can just power through Prime 4. I might do that because I'm joining like a round table discussion with Nerdy Neo and his crew on Prime 4 at the end of the month, and I want to make sure I finish the game before I get to that point. So I'll probably stream tomorrow and maybe Sunday Prime 4, but in the future I do want to have more variety in what I do. So if you need help with Discord, let me know. I don't know much about running one, but I'm happy. Ah, cool, man. Thanks. Yeah, I'm still figuring out the basics of it. I have like 3 tutorials lined up for all different functionalities, to make sure I don't get spammed by bots versus also, fun things for people to interact with. So I'm going to also update my UI here so the link is there and just, I don't know, do some new stuff. Cool. That was fun, guys. If you're on tomorrow, definitely join in. If not, that's fine. But we'll continue with Prime 4. All right. Have a great day.